What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now we got 4 Extra. I'm sure y'all familiar with him by now, but he run around with Lupe, run around with Crip Mac. You know, he just recently got out of prison. You know, he from the same place as like Deshaun Jackson, X-Fold, just, you know, to name a few popping people that's coming out of his community and stuff like that, right? He out the 40s, and he up here at No Jumper with Adam 22, and he get to discussing King Yella and the snitching. So we gonna dive in on that. Shout out to the Dice Crew. Keep it a Benji for me in the comments. If not, don't jump in. Let's rock.
You know what I'm saying? I have one street question that has absolutely nothing to do with you or LA that I just really wanted to get your perspective on. So there's a rap.
Now listen, Adam started that by saying it has nothing to do with LA, but it does have everything to do with LA, because one of Adam 22's tactics for content is putting Los Angeles against Chicago. That's just one of his tactics. You know, for some reason he loves to compare that and put 2 and 2 together. And you know, I get it. You know, these is like the land of the gangs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that it ain't no gangs and it ain't no like banging and it ain't no beefing everywhere else, but you know, when you know, these is real gang bang territories. You know, they popular motherlands, you know, it's a lot of clout that come with it. But I just felt like that was funny for him to say that it don't got nothing to do with LA when, you know, you asking a LA guy something about a Chicago person. So now it has a lot to do with Chicago. I mean, with LA.
From Chicago named King Yella, and it just came out today that at one street question that has absolutely nothing to do with you or LA that I just really wanted to get your perspective on. So there's a rapper from Chicago named King Yella, and it just came out today that at one point, I don't know if it was a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, he gets pulled over by the cops. They end up searching him. They find a gun on him. They take him down to the police station. They end up asking him a shitload of questions about different gang stuff. They're asking him, they say, what gang is Offset in? They said, what gang?
So what'd he say though?
He said Offset's a GD.
So basically he went there talking.
It felt like a Cam Capone interview.
Man,
he's answering whatever they wanted to talk.
And that was funny. Like, for some reason, that was like hilarious to me for Adam to say that he treated the police interrogation room as a Cam Capone interview. He answered every question that was asked. That's just funny to me.
So he was just answering all the questions.
But to be fair, the things he was telling them are all things that if you pay attention to rap on YouTube, you would already know all the answers.
It don't matter though. You don't supposed to tell them.
Right.
It don't matter.
Okay.
Let YouTube tell them. You don't.
And that's a fact. I totally agree with 4 Extra statement. Like, if it's that in the water, like everybody can see it or everybody know about it, then you don't need me, you know? And if so, what if everybody else is telling, or if it's already public knowledge? I don't want to be the 101st person. You know, I'm not going to be the 101 person. If 100 people said something, that's fine. If it's out there, that's fine. What do you need me for? I'm not going to be the 101st person that's repeating it.
Ellen, nigga, you not you.
Them are all things that if you pay attention to rap on YouTube, you would already know all the answers.
It don't matter though. You don't supposed to tell them.
Right.
It don't matter.
Okay.
Let YouTube tell them. You don't tell them. Nigga, you not YouTube. What the fuck? You going in there? That go back to breaking the rules, Adam. He just went in that motherfucker and. Hey, yeah, man, what about from extras? Oh, shit, you know, he just got out of prison. No, don't tell him about me, bitch.
Right.
Let YouTube or nigga the show tell him. You telling them, nigga, that's telling.
Right. I figured you would say that.
Yeah,
I just wanted to check.
Because you trying to get out of jail.
Right.
You trying to use me to get out of jail. Do your time. They ask you about gangs and all that shit, and you telling they asking you for information, tell them, niggas, put me in my cell. That ain't their business. Put me in my cell.
Let me just ask you another hypothetical. You catch a case with somebody else, and you guys are both staying solid, but then that person dies. Are you allowed to talk to the cops?
Fuck no.
Are you allowed to blame the strap on him? Never.
No.
Okay.
No. Do your time and get out. You'll get out.
And you know, shout out to 4Extra for putting that energy out there in the world so the youth can pick that up and can run with that and use that when they out there in the world. Because, you know, it's some good advice if you have to come through these streets. Like people out here moving what's snitching and what's not. And at the end of the day, it's not really something that you should be doing. Because at the end of the day, just because a person's dead and you snitching on the dead, guess what? You still snitching. You just snitched on the dead, but you still snitching. You know, you couldn't have brought up that dead person. You couldn't have told on that dead guy. You couldn't have did none of that unless you was snitching. And if the police is asking you to solve a case, you are solving cases. Cooperating with law enforcement, coming to conclusions for law enforcement, you just doing something that's not that's not okay. And I understand that a lot of people play the 50-50 when it comes to that, play it like a gray area. But at the end of the day, I just feel like if you okay with telling on the dead, that's fine. But still wear the same hat. Whether you snitching on the dead or snitching on the police or snitching on just somebody living, you gotta put yourself in the same boat. You snitching. You know, if somebody walk in a room of 50 people and say, everybody that ain't never solved the case, get on this side of the fence. If you help solve a case, get on this side of the fence. So, you know, all them individuals that done told on the dead, told on the cops, all that stuff, are gonna have to get on that one same side of the room. You know, if they come in here and they say, hey man, whoever did any type of snitching, you gotta go over there because you snitching. No matter how other people view it, some people might not be mad at you. You might not put nobody in jail. But still, all in all, you're not keeping it honorable.
Even if you got to sit down for 10, 20 years as
It
a
don't matter.
result?
I just did it.
Obviously, you're not going to do 10, 20 years for a gun, but, you know, well, you never know.
Shit, they
Ever?
No.
Okay.
No. Do your time and get out. You'll get out.
Even if you got to sit down for 10, 20 years
It
as a
don't matter.
result?
I just did it.
Obviously, you're not going to do 10, 20 years for a gun, but, you know, well, you never know.
Shit, they giving crip back shit. 5 years,
Yeah.
8 years for a gun.
Okay. But that's foul play.
Yeah, foul play.
Okay.
Off the bat. Free.
You're a principled man. I like it, man. I feel like you got a very, very bright future ahead of you. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Shit. You'll be, for sure, every time you call me, I'm going to come. You already know.
Let's do it.
You already
Let's do some
call
shit.
me. You got my cell phone number. We pull up in the hood.
I got
It don't
it.
matter. You can pull up in the hood, whatever.
I would love
You know
to.
what I'm saying? All the time.
Let's do
Instead
it.
of, we ain't got to be on this show. We ain't got to be right here.
Yeah.
And don't edit none of this shit out either.
Never.
Don't never edit this shit out.
No.
Make sure all these motherfuckers that's watching, you know what I'm talking about? Pay attention.
I love it, man. I might have never interviewed anybody with as much energy as you.
Man, I don't know shit. You because they on drugs. Fuck all that. Interview me.
My God, 4Extra. Amazing interview. Thank you so much.
All right,
The
man.
people are going to love you. It's going to only go up from here. This is going to open a lot of doors for you. I'm sure of that.
I think I had a lot of doors, but I think this show sealed the deal.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Insane.
Let's go fuck some bitches after this.
Let's do it.
Let's go fuck these hoes.
Lupe, line it up.
Line it up.
She was finding hoes for Crip Mac.
That's
she
what
need
I
a
was
new
saying.
job.
God damn.
Damn.
Tell one of them bitches to come here, they Lupe.
Let's go. Hey, free Crip Mac.
Free. Neighborhood, 55th Street.
Till it's backwards.
On the hood.
55th Street, forever.